The whole subcategory of unschooling, which I call Jewish unschooling. And it's vastly different for a couple of reasons. One reason is because, unfortunately, it's very common in Jewish circles for the teacher to treat the students in a very demeaning, belittling manner, to treat them very immaturely. When you bribe someone, you actually treat them immaturely. When you punish someone with a consequence that makes absolutely no sense or raise your voice, you are treating them like a baby, like a child. So a lot of boys, what I'm noticing is that they're very turned off from, general avodas Hashem, learning. And when it comes to giving them mussar, rebuke, or helping correct their actions, what I do is I treat them with a lot of respect. So when I calmly explain to them what the expectations are in our learning environment and how they can do better and they're destined to do better. Their role in society is someone who is doing things better than they're actually doing right now. And I say that just matter-of-factly, without any emotion, and with the trust that they are capable and will do it with complete respect. So they go for it right away and they change right away. And especially if I emphasize the fact that by doing the right thing and by speaking respectfully and by taking care of your environment and cleaning up right away, you're actually a leader. Other people that can't clean up after themselves, well, most kids will say, well, they're not cleaning up. Well, why should I? Well, they're nebuchs and you're doing the right thing. So be proud of yourself that they need you, that they're not holding there yet. And it's awesome for me to see some of the change that these boys implement, how quickly they're able to implement it. And in IFS terminology, there's yourself and then there's protectors. In Chassidus, it's Atzmus, and then there's Klipa. And this was really a concept we discussed this week. Haneshama shenasata bi taharahi. The neshama itself is pure. And the reason why the neshama was placed in this world in a body isn't to rectify the neshama, because the neshama is pure already and it can't become tarnished, but rather to perfect and sanctify the nefesh bahamis, or the animal soul, which is really the intermediary between the neshama, the nefesh sichlis, and the guf. And the neshama, the nefesh bahamis, controls the guf, and that's why we're here with the neshama that's pure, to uplift the guf. So in Jewish unschooling, often the boys do have deep ritzonos to do good. This really applies to all unschooling. And the kids will say, well, I want to learn Torah, I want to learn English. That want isn't strong enough to break through the klipa, or the protector that was really triggered from, I guess, many years of being abused in a regular institution, or being bribed, or whatever blockage it is that's stopping them from actually doing the thing that they want to do. So when I speak with them with respect, that klipa, that protector, that blockage, for a lot of kids, just like, whoa, I don't need to play my part anymore. This protector part that disconnected the child's essence from his external surroundings, because his external surroundings were, so schwach and so, not awesome, that the protector was playing its part, protecting him. But now, when I speak to them in a respectful way, in a calm way, and I empower them, so for a lot of boys are able right away to just jump in and actually do the things that they want to do. And what we discussed this week is really the idea of tshuva. And tshuva, just like in the parsha, we learned about hashava seveda. And tshuva means to return. The question that came up is, where are you returning to? And the truth is, we're returning to who we really are supposed to be. Without all these blockages. And even if a person was a tinok shenishba, another concept that came up in school, when it comes to the idea of a shavoi, of like the beginning of the parsha, where we talked about the people who were taken captive and the woman who the soldier wanted to marry. So in essence, we're really returning back to who we really are and who we really are supposed to be. And that's what tshuva means, to return back to who we are destined to be and meant to be. This is just a couple of things we discussed this week. And it's really special to see that a lot of kids, when you treat them with respect and you explain to them that they're selling themselves short and they're destined to do better in a calm way and over again, right? The consequences are not meant as punishments. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm trying to actually teach them a lesson. No, I'll teach him a lesson. I'll teach him a lesson. No, teaching a lesson doesn't mean I'm going to cause you pain until you are forced to do it. I'm actually teaching you and conditioning you to do the right thing, and that could be a very pleasant process, an empowering process, and that's truly what I have seen this week. And the boys are really, I guess, conditioning themselves. It's me with the consequences and the empowerment, but they're really making the changes. So it's been a fantastic week, some real growth. We're still getting into the routine of doing things at specific times, but in general I've been going around and pumping them up to do stuff like, what are you doing now? Let me see this math app. Do you feel like you're advancing? So the boys have been doing some pretty cool stuff. A lot of guys were very into the agricultural classes and the videos, a lot of aquaponics. I think aquaponics is cool. If you don't know what that is, that's the fish poop feeds the plants filter the water. It's a fantastic cycle, really cool to learn about. We have some indoor grow lights, and we just took the seeds out of some cucumbers today. So it's been a great week. We learned a lot of chumash. Kol hakavod to all the guys. If you know of more kids that want to come and really set them up for a life of yeshiva das and self-expression and just being real, because unfortunately in our day and age this is something that's not so common. You should definitely send them this way. This is definitely the future, and it's supposed to be part of it. So everyone should have a great Shabbos.